Hi, my name is Jamie Johnson, and I wanted to introduce to you a game level I created. The entirety of the game would be called Survive, and right from the beginning, it would be one question after another. You don't really know who you are, or why you're here, and what you're really supposed to do. There is a mysterious voice that you start off with right away, and you actually start here inside the train here, and it starts at a point where. Let me get back in here. Okay, so it starts at a point where you are actually lying on the ground, and the camera shows that. And so the first bit of camera animation shows you kind of lying on the ground, getting up, and then there's a mysterious voice that directs you and tells you, listen, I'll explain everything later. Right now you need to get that gun and defend yourself. And so you do so, you grab the gun, you'll see a bad guy walk up here, you can shoot them from inside, or you can wait till you get down there. But if you wait till you get down there, they're actually going to see you and start firing at you immediately. And then you can explore if you'd like to, but there'll be another bad guy over here who will start shooting at you, and you'll have to kill him right away. And it can be kind of difficult because for this game there is no HUD. It's just your environment, and so it can be difficult to aim. You'll have to get used to it in this first level. But as you can see, I definitely was going for destruction. I wanted to show this horrific accident. I have a couple of dead bodies, but as you would see in the story, um, like the beginning animation would show that it was, late at night, so there's not going to be a lot of people on the train, but there will be a few bodies here and there. Um, and there's a lot of particle systems too, because there's a lot of, as soon as you get off the train, things are exploding. You got fire over here. Once you get to a certain trigger, there'll be a lot of explosions, so you can't get back on that car. And there's fire blocking this door over here. And you'll come over here, and immediately this door will explode because a bad guy just blew it open, coming for you. And so you'll kill him, and then you'll see a camera will zoom into this room, and you'll see right away that there is a guy standing here with a rocket launcher, but he's right next to a highly flammable barrel. And so you'll shoot that barrel, and everything pretty much in this room will kind of explode, killing that guy and giving you a chance to get in here. And then the voice will tell you that you need to break through one of these walls. And let me show you what I did here, because I didn't like the fact that the weapons factory, like this guy right here, just has the weapon floating in there. So in Kismet, what I did was I hid all the weapons factories, and I just had it so when you pick up, like say for instance the weapon in the hall, as soon as you touch it, obviously the weapons factory is still there, so you get the weapon, and then it toggles the static mesh that you were looking at. So I wanted it as realistic as possible, so these guns are just kind of there. For whatever reason, again, in a story mode that you will find out later. So you can actually shoot these walls because they are fracture meshes, and when you shoot through them you can see into this room. Looks like maybe an old chapel, that's not being used. But the thing is, as soon as you shoot through the wall, you'll see fire on the other side, so you can't go through these walls at all. And so you have to turn to this wall over here, because there'll be a hole will come out of this wall once you blow up this barrel, as well as over here. A hole will show, and so you can shoot through this wall, and you won't see any fire, and so you can go through this room, and a guy will be in here that you'll have to kill. But as soon as you come over here, that voice will tell you that this tunnel is the way out. And so if you'd like to, if you've taken some damage, you can get this health over here, which works as the same way as the weapons factory. It's hidden. And then you can pick up this rocket launcher. And when you do that, you'll come over here, and a camera animation will show three bad guys coming up the ramp. And they'll kind of stop right at that edge and look up at you and start firing at you if you're within range. So what you can do is just stand here and right-click your rocket launcher, get your three rockets loaded, and you can actually take them all out at the same time if you're aiming correctly. And once you come down here, again, I wanted this to look like almost like a mining tunnel, where you can tell it doesn't belong in a subway system. Obviously the hole through the floor doesn't help, or it actually does help show that. So this is something that was, maybe added recently, or not even recently, but just added. That's not part of the architectural plans of the subway. You'll come down here and you can look at these guys and think, what are they doing here? Gargoyles is kind of weird. but you know they're not harming you or anything. This guy's partially buried, so it must not be a big deal. But as soon as you walk over here, camera angle will shoot back to those guys. You'll hear a sound that sounds like they're coming to life, and as soon as it comes back to the first person view, you'll turn around and he'll be like right here. So you'll have to shoot him and kill him before you can go further. When you get to this door, you'll have access to see this entire room, which is the main room here. And you'll see two guys spawned up here. And the camera will show you the entire thing. And I really wanted this room to look like a weird science lab almost, where you can tell they're doing experiments. You know, you got dead bodies in here. You got this huge robot in the center here with some kind of force field around him. And these wires running to him, so they probably use these human experiments to help with the robot guy. You have some big machines here, someone that's possibly still alive, and then another big tube that's been broken. Maybe someone escaped. You don't know yet, and two more that are unused over there. And just a lot of boxes. You can tell a lot of stuff's been done. Some barriers to keep what I guess if the scientists were there to to keep them at a certain distance or whatever this experimentation would be. Maybe military. It's whatever your mind makes it really, because you won't know until later on in the story what this all means. And basically, when you come in here, you'll see these two guys up here, and so what you'll want to do is shoot these rocks. As soon as you shoot these rocks, debris will fall down and kill them. And then at the same time, the voice will be telling you that this green gas is bad for you. It's killing you, and it'll slowly start taking your health away. So the control panel's on the opposite side of the room, so you got to get over here, hit the control panel. The fans up here will turn on, and as soon as they start turning on and get going, it'll take a little bit, that gas will disappear, and you can walk on it now. You won't get hurt anymore. And then you'll see this door over here is closed, and that's really your only way out. I mean, if you could get up here, these doors are also closed, but there's really no way up. So the voice will tell you that you need to activate the robot, and maybe he can help you. So you go over to this control panel, activate the robot, and immediately the camera will zoom in. That light will actually be off on his face, and you'll actually be turning him on. You'll see that he's not off, he's on. And he'll say, intruder, threat detected, whatnot, and you'll know right away that he's not your friend, he is your enemy. And that'll kind of end the demo for this first level, because he would ultimately be the main bad guy for this first level, the level boss. But I hope you can see the detail that was put into this. I really enjoyed building it. I love building levels because it's so much you can do, and really I could spend a countless amount of time continuing to improve it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I do have another video posted of an actual playthrough with a backstory that shows a video clip in the beginning, and you can hear all the audio and whatnot, and it's really a different experience. So I hope you enjoy.